Good morning. It is 7:29 a.m. on Friday, October 15th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just finished programming my stereo receiver. This is 5 more minutes. So I have a, home theater setup, which I've had working the way I like it for some time. But recently, my power went out for a few hours, and so there's going to be a rocket-related tangent to this story in a moment. But what happened when the power went out is that my stereo receiver lost some of its pre-programmed settings. And I shouldn't say pre-programmed, because I just mean programmed configuration settings, like that sort of thing. Basically, it was no longer set up the way I wanted, and my little options weren't giving me sounds the way I wanted, and I sort of backed my way into getting some sound, but it wasn't what I wanted. I had to be playing sound right out of my TV instead of out of the stereo receiver, and speakers are not as good. And so ultimately, it was relatively straightforward what I needed to do, but I didn't remember it exactly, and so what I had to do is look up the operator manual for my receiver, which I've had for a long time, and figure out how to reprogram it. Now, fortunately, that was trivial to do. I was able to just pull it right up. I just Googled the model number of my receiver manual, found it online, opened it up to the right page. Look, there it is, and boop, boop, boop. Now it's working the way I want it again. So it was all pretty easy, and it's just kind of a marvel of it's a problem both created and solved by the age of technology. But at the same time, it now does what I want it to do, which is make my stuff sound good. But the rocket-related tangent there, he's at my feet right now, is just that because reprogramming it involved me sitting on the floor right in front of it instead of like back on the couch. Rocket was fascinated by whatever this strange activity was that required me to sit on the floor down with him. And so the reprogramming of the stereo receiver involved an awful lot of dog petting also. And I just have to say, like as something that was initially tangentially, indirectly related to this other activity, and it only happened in this particular instance because of programming my stereo receiver. I have to go ahead and say, petting dogs is good. I like it. If you have the ability to pet a dog, I recommend it. They seem to like it. Obviously, make sure you're petting them in a way that they enjoy. As part of petting him, I took his collar off just to kind of let him itch around there a little bit, and this is a consistent behavior from both him and other dogs that I've had. When a dog is used to wearing a collar all the time, and then you take it off, they are astounded. It's as though, like, if I just came up to you and I shook your hand, and then I just did a little thing and your hand came off in my hand, and then I was just holding it, and you were not aware of having a prosthetic hand, but I have nonetheless removed your hand and it's just right here and I have it and it's fine. You would be startled, perhaps concerned, interested for sure. And yeah, that's Rocket's reaction to removing his collar. He is fascinated by it. He is perhaps mildly alarmed, but I seem to be taking it in stride, so maybe it's okay. He's a very good boy. But yes, so he is currently walking around without his collar, naked, trying to jump up and get stuff off the counter. Turkey dog. Rocket, no. Oh, I see what it is. because I had a little bit of a stomach bug yesterday. I was taking some Pepto-Bismol. And I have the little, the little dosage measurement cup that has a little bit of Pepto-Bismol left in the bottom of it, sitting out. And I think he's smelling that. Yeah, yeah. In any case, Rocket's a good boy. My stereo receiver is once again doing what it should. And I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.